Thank you for joining us, Kaamil. Welcome to the program.
Well, thanks very much to you, Peter, and good morning to your viewers.
Perhaps you can start by explaining what the Export Support Desk is and actually how it works. What kind of support are you offering to exposed exporters?
Well, Peter, we've got within the DTIC a branch called the Export Branch. And ordinarily, what this branch does is to facilitate conversations between South African exporters and markets across the world. So, what the support desk has done is it located itself within the export branch at the DTIC with the specific objective to intervene, so to speak, and act as a direct point of contact for companies who are specifically affected by the US tariff hike. So, um, primarily, the support desk is going to be used to provide updates on any developments that occur, to provide advisory services that are tailored to exporters, to offer support on finding alternative destinations for products from South Africa, in addition to a number of other things, including guidance on certain market entry processes, should this diversification option be something that exporters are looking to take advantage of. And then also just linkages, between South Africa's um, diplomatic networks across the world, embassies, high commissions, and the like.
One gets a sense that this work should have started 90 days ago. Were you up and running already? Because we knew it was coming, didn't we?
Um, well, it was quite difficult, Peter, to be honest with you, to plan for an eventuality in the uncertainty of the environment that we're dealing with. One could have put in quite a number of measures for a number of different scenarios which could have played out. Ultimately, planning for what exactly would have happened was quite difficult. So work had started quite a while back in order to prepare. The support desk, for example, is live. It went live on the 1st of August and has been operational ever since.
Have businesses already started engaging with the support desk? What kind of questions have been coming through to you?
Yes, we have been getting a number of interactions with the support desk. Market diversification has been one of the questions, or one of a number of questions which have come through. We've also been dealing with just around, what it is that's accessible to exporters at this particular point in time. Um, and yeah, so we've had significant interaction from our industries, particularly the citrus industry, through that support desk. So it has been quite functional and quite useful in intervening.
Tell me about trade relations now between the US and it seems as if there's now a significant shift in the economic partnership with South Africa and the US, given what's playing out.
Yes, and I think, Peter, it's not necessarily a uniquely South African thing. The United States is resetting, if you will, its trade agenda with countries all over the world. South Africa just being one among them. Um, but it has created for us a particular, obstacle in our diplomatic and economic relationship with the US, which we've enjoyed over the past decades under WTO conventions, and specifically the Africa Growth and Opportunity Act as well. So yeah, there is a bit of a strain at the moment, but the government is committed to ensuring that the relationship continues on a mutually beneficial basis and a basis that protects South Africa's national interest as well.
I suppose this is a great opportunity, and we saw this with the Ukraine Russia war, where certain products and energy became an issue, and countries had to diversify and look for other partners, routes. Maybe this is a wake up call for us as a continent to start to think more globally and not stick with traditional partners.
Absolutely, Peter. For South Africa, in particular, You would have heard the Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition in his budget vote processes speaking about a butterfly strategy for our exports, which strategy anchors the African continent and the African Continental Free Trade Agreement within the priority for South Africa. We know that the continent offers us our best bet at economic growth and potential, but also creates an opportunity for regional integration and development across the continent and industrialization, which is what is actually of importance to us as a country over the medium term. Um, the wings of the butterfly then spreading to the east and the west, offering that support, but really just focusing on the continent as a critical lever for our industrial development and growth.
I suppose the African Continental Free Trade Agreement really becomes a key now, and we need to get serious about this.
Absolutely, and our colleagues in the trade branch at the DTIC are working extremely hard to finalize, various protocols, the digital trade protocol, services protocol, to ensure that the AFCFTA really takes off now. We've seen just under R1 billion of trade happening within the AFCFTA over the past, or since its inception, in January 2024. So the growth potential is a business case on its own, and it's clear that exporters and the South African market is ready to take advantage of the AFCFTA, and we're doing everything we can to enable that.
How are you going to ensure that this support reaches small and medium-sized enterprises and not just the major exporters?
Well, we've got a number of interventions. We want to build resilience and focus on MSMEs who are affected by this through operations like the Localization Support Fund, in collaboration with the Industrial Development Corporation, which is an entity of the DTIC, excuse me, as well as work on our export and competitiveness support program, which includes plant and equipment facility, capital facility, working capital facility, to address the short to medium term needs across these industries, and as you say, with a particular focus on SMMEs.
All right, and perhaps finally, are we going to retaliate?
Absolutely not, Peter. Retaliation is not something that we view as objectively beneficial to either party at this point in time. Our commitment remains in upholding the rules of the WTO, of the principles of multilateralism and multilateral trade. So retaliation for us is, while enabled, it's not necessarily something that we view as favorable at this point in time. South Africa is a relatively small and open economy and vulnerable to external shocks. So we don't think that it's in the best interest of our economy to do something like that.
Kaamil, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much indeed, and we wish you the very best of luck with this desk, and let's hope that we can weather this storm and find new pathways to protect ourselves in the future. Thanks so much indeed for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Peter.
All right, that's Kaamil Ali, who's a spokesperson for the South